Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show where we talk to authors from all over the world. I'm here to help you pick your next book. Check this out, The Cave Chamber. Not only do I have the book here, I have the author here as well, Rosemary Althoff. Welcome, Rosemary.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike Briggs.
Now, The Cave Chamber, it's part of a series, is that correct?
That's correct. It's book two.
Okay, book two.
It starts off with a bang and it keeps going.
And it keeps. By the way, we had you here talking about this other book right here, The Hot Marble. That must be number one, I would guess.
Yes, Hot Marbles one.
And The Cave Chamber is out now, and people should get it. What's your genre? What genre are these books?
These are science fiction, Christian science fiction.
Yeah, that's. I love science fiction authors because you have to have this great mind to make up things that don't exist or might exist. And is it a certain realm other than what we know of today?
I'm working with the science of gravitational resonance, and I'm assuming, as scientific studies are indicating, that you can use it for teleportation.
Okay.
So I have my characters moved from Earth to another world on an Earth template called Lanthra.
Now, did you have to do research for this? It's kind of a complex.
Yes, I've done research for years in physics, starting back in 1992, when the only one and only mention of gravitational resonance was one entry on Google. Now you'll find tens of thousands
Tens of
of
thousands,
them.
yeah. I listened to this guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson, I think is his name. He's a scientist. Anyway,
I don't know.
he's always trying to explain this gravity thing to us on TikTok. So
That's cool.
I need to get your book so I can understand it better. Now,
Well,
there's I think, three installments, and maybe one more on the way.
one more on the way, the fourth and final.
Is that this one, Silence to Singing?
That's correct.
And are the same characters throughout? Do we get to see them grow and change?
Yes, the same characters.
Yeah.
And the first, you have Lewis the physicist,
Lewis
his
the
brother and
physicist.
sister, and his true love, Deirdre.
Okay. I love series because every time I read a book, you get to the end and you miss the character, and I love when there's yet another book to read with the same character. Now, will they travel to other planets?
Yes. There's only two planets involved in these stories, although others are mentioned. And Earth is the main Earth that we have now, maybe a few years into the future. The other planet called Lanthra, Lanthra is a word for horizon because I made up a language to go with the planet. And Lanthra is an Earth template. I'm assuming planets are made on templates. Earth is the same planet, except they have some oddities like dragons.
Dragons, okay. Yeah, template meaning, carbon-based, there's water, there's atmosphere, stuff like that.
Yes.
And is it light years away?
It would be many light years away. It would be almost incomprehensible. The James D. Webb would pick it up maybe.
And through some do you say gravitational resonance?
Resonance. That's correct.
I
I have a whole system based on singularities, neural networks, gravitational resonance, but it's all in the background. The main story is the people, their passions, their loves, their jealousies, and the action and danger of potential war and the bad guys.
So it sounds like there's a lot of real life in these books.
I have drawn out from my own history of being a young girl, teenager with a drug addict in the home, a dangerous drug addict, and me trying to figure out how to deal with that.
And that's
I drew from that old emotion and I put it into the cave chamber.
nice. Cave Chamber. Now, can we start by reading the Cave Chamber, or do we need to go in order?
Every book can be read separately,
Okay.
but you will have a fuller sense of the book if you start in order.
Will we learn some physics by reading these books?
Yes, you will. I have the physics couched in terms of the knowledgeable people speaking to the younger crowd, the children, and saying, well, you know, a singularity is a black hole. And the little girl says, you mean you can swallow up stars? That sounds awful. That kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fun. That's fun. So, is this for all ages?
Yes, it can be read. It is clean.
Hmm.
It can be read by anybody with the ability to read eighth grade English.
Okay, I might get through it then. Now, tell me about. Been asking this more and more of the authors. What formats is the book in?
That is in Kindle, hardback, paperback, and audio.
Audiobook. So, I love the audiobooks because.
The audio, I'm sorry, the audiobook is AI generated.
Oh, really? That's fun. I've never read an AI generated audiobook, so maybe this will be my first. It's just getting so much harder and harder to see those words on the page.
I understand. I had eye surgery for that.
Yeah. I hope I don't have to get surgery. I'll just listen to the books. Well, this is exciting, Rosemary, and this is the third in the series?
That's the Cave Chambers number 2.
Number 2. And here's the cover again for those keeping track at home. And you like the Cave Chamber. Is it your favorite of the series?
It is. I like the Cave Chamber because I put so much emotion into it. It is full of action and adventure. It's got bravery and valor and friendship and betrayal of every kind. But it also, besides all the action, it has beauty. Every now and then I take a little care to describe some piece of nature that is absolutely beautiful.
And are these things that exist on the other planet that you're describing?
Yes, yes. The other planet is like Earth, and I could tell you all the history, which I won't do now, but they are like Earth with more of a dash and the dash of, say, the 17th century.
Let me ask you this. I like to talk about process with authors, but do you have a process to keep track, make sure you're not getting anything wrong that you said earlier? Continuity is the word I was looking for.
I do, because I did have trouble with that. I had a different last name for the character, and I had to do...
Yeah.
I have written my characters down. I have described their history, why they're named the way they are, what their birthdays are, what their likes and dislikes, and all this stuff. And if I change a last name, that means I have to search through the entire document and go through and change whatever it is.
Yeah. And also I mean more about, you've got this whole other planet that doesn't really exist, and you've got to keep those details straight.
I know, I don't find that too hard. When I have drawn maps, invented a language, and I have a pretty good picture in my head of every place where the story takes place.
That's wonderful. By the way, I have your web address on the screen. What would our viewers find if they go visit that? By the way, it's Rosemary
That's correct.
Althoff.com.
Yes.
That's a pretty easy web page to remember. RosemaryAlthoff.com. It's on the screen. Also your Instagram. What would our viewers find at your web page?
I like to have a static web page that describes my books, a page that describes me, and a page that talks about what I'm thinking of right now, where I'm at in my books, what's going on with me. That's my blog page.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And now, can they purchase your books from the web page, or do they go to Amazon? Where should our viewers find your books?
If they go to RosemaryAlthoff.com, they'll get to my landing page, and they can purchase the books from that page.
Perfect. Very good, very good. Well, I'm glad I got to talk to you, Rosemary. Again, we spoke before, but it makes me more... I don't read science fiction, but I think this is where I could start. This could be my whole new chapter in my reading history.
Well, I wrote it to be entertaining primarily, so have fun.
And also my kids just got me a Kindle. I haven't unpacked it yet. I've had it a couple months, so maybe this will be the first book I read on the Kindle.
May you enjoy.
Thank you. We're way past time, Rosemary. I always talk too long with you because you're fascinating. Any last thoughts for our viewers on your books or anything you want to talk about?
I would like to say that I really like the way you encourage the authors when you speak with them on the show. I watch it from time to time, and I'm always impressed by how good the author probably feels when they're done.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thank you, Rosemary. Go to her website, RosemaryAlthoff.com. RosemaryAlthoff.com. Oh, we didn't say on the air where you are right now. Tell our viewers where you're from.
Okay, I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana, Southern girl.
Do you have a favorite restaurant there?
At the moment, it's called The Joint.
The Joint.
It has the best barbecue in the whole area.
Very good. I love barbecue. My producers are really mad at me for making you answer one more question when we're already out of time. I'll see you at The Joint. The Joint. Thank you, Rosemary.
The Joint. Yeah, you visit.
All right. We'll be back with another author right after this.